Back live to Winnipeg Stadium. I'll tell you, the temperature is beginning to drop faster than the sun in the western sky as we move into the stage of the south end, and you hear the music of Luba as they continue rehearsals for tomorrow's halftime show, a show that will salute Canada's Winter Olympic athletes, past and present. Joe Galat, the coach, and Don Whitman are with me. Don, you live here in Winnipeg. You'll be working your 30th Grey Cup tomorrow. Have people been making too much out of the weather? Are the players talking about it too much?
This isn't cold, Brian. This is almost tropical. No, it is a little cool out there, but, you know, the big thing, it was not any wind today. The sun was shining, and I spoke with both Adam Rita and Wally Buono, and they said this is perfect football weather. As long as the wind doesn't blow, if the sun is shining and the temperature is about the predicted minus 12 degrees, I don't think it's going to be any problem at all. Well,
during the afternoon, we've talked with many of the players. Viewers have seen these bright, sunny conditions, good conditions for football. Wally Buono played for you, Joe Galat. Tell me about the mood of his team here this week, the atmosphere as compared to Toronto.
Well, one thing you always knew about Wally Buono, I know as a fellow who played, a fellow who coached, you always knew he'd be prepared. And I think that's going to be the secret to how Calgary approaches the game. It's going to be preparation. It's going to be structured. On the other hand, Adam Rita, he believes in talent and skill, and we never saw a more loose practice than we saw today. I mean, we could put most rap groups to shame if we just did a few tapes on what they've done out there on the field. I mean, Toronto's very loose.
All right, the Argonauts are loose. Don, you made a great point, though, earlier today. Everyone's talking about the Toronto offense, talking to one of the reporters, what you think could be a key in this game.
Well, if you ask someone to name 5 Toronto Argonauts, they would name the Rocket, the Pinball, Dunnigan, Williams, Smith, 5 offensive players. People really don't give the Argonaut defense the credit it deserves. It was number 2 in the league, right behind the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They only had 27 more points scored against them than the Blue Bombers, the number 1 defense in the league. And I think this could be a factor in tomorrow's football game. And the defense, as they say, wins championships. Offense sells tickets. And the defensive side of the football could be very important for the Argos tomorrow.
Joe, final word is yours. How do you see the game? High-scoring game. Again, if it's clear and cold, but the wind is not a factor like it was today.
Well, I think both quarterbacks haven't played in, if Ricky Foggy's a quarterback, he played in Minnesota. Cold weather. Danny Barrett, University of Cincinnati, cold weather. Calgary, cold weather. I think the key to it is that Calgary probably played a tougher schedule this year to get here.
All right, thank you very much. Joe Galat and Don Whitman. They'll call the game tomorrow afternoon. Countdown begins at 1 o'clock Eastern, followed by the game at 2:30. Final thoughts out on the field from Scott Oak and Steve Armitage.
Brian, can you say propane heater? Steve Armitage and I can, and we'd like to take this opportunity to beseech and implore any player who wants to be part of a story tomorrow to have it happen next to the heater. Do you agree, Steve?
The propane heater is going to be my office tomorrow afternoon. So any injury or anything that takes place on the field, I prefer it to as close to the propane heater as possible.
Hey, and comments about the weather aside, and it's fine for those 3 guys to sit in the heated booth and talk about the weather. We know all about it, but I would say this, and do you agree? If we get weather tomorrow like we had today, this game will go off fine.
Absolutely no problem. The key here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, as you well know, being a long-time resident, is the wind. If the wind picks up, we are in big trouble, and so are the players.
Now, we're looking for a great game tomorrow. Conditions should be fine. The field is in excellent shape. We want to leave you with this, folks. Do not try this look at home. These hats are surgically attached.
Can be dangerous.
Back to you, Brian.
All right, the word is propane heater, and Don Whitman says he has absolutely no trouble saying that word in here. It's a little cool in here, but we do have our sweaters on. All right, let's wrap up the afternoon. It's been a good one. We've talked with the players here at the stadium. You've seen live coverage of the parade. Don't forget, Molson's Hockey Night in Canada coming up in 2 hours from now. Viewers here in Manitoba West will see Winnipeg at Edmonton. Viewers Ontario East will see Quebec at Montreal. Don't forget, Grey Cup Sunday, 1991, CBC Television, the place to be. It begins at noon with a countdown here in Manitoba. That is 1 Eastern, followed by game coverage at 2 o'clock Eastern and the kickoff at 2:30 Eastern. The first matchup since 1971 between the Calgary Stampeders and the Toronto Argonauts. We've got something special planned for you tomorrow, and as we say goodnight from Winnipeg, there's the forecast for tomorrow. Right now, it's about -16. Have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow afternoon.